Go ahead.
Hi, Tim. Where's Morgan today?
Well, as a matter of fact, I ran into her on camp this afternoon, and she said she probably wasn't going to be here. She's got a lot of back work to make up and a lot of advanced work to get because she's going to be going to New York again the day after tomorrow.
Really? I didn't know she was leaving again that early. You see her new cover in Newview.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's already sold out on campus. Somebody put the cover up on the Student Union bulletin board.
Well, that doesn't surprise me in the least. I think it's a real sizzler. I think she's going to be a top-notch model one of these days. In fact, if I were Kelly, I think I would quit the hospital business and just manage her career, you know?
Well, that's not his style. No matter what Morgan does, he's going to be a top-notch doctor.
I didn't mean it as a put-down, Hillary. Why are you so defensive? Excuse me, I got to get out of these clothes. Excuse me.
Why do I feel the need to defend Kelly in front of somebody like Josh?
Yeah, I can't say I blame you. I have the same reaction myself quite often. Every time I get near that guy lately, I find I have to swallow my tongue.
Katie, what time's Justin done?
Oh, about 6 o'clock. Let's hurry and change. I want to say goodbye.
Are you coming, Hill? Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask Tony something for a second. I'll be right there. Okay, we'll see you later. Tony, could I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
I just wanted to ask you what the plans for tonight were.
Oh, well, I was going to go home and take a shower and change, and then, figured I'd pick you up around 6:30. That way we could get out into the country and there'd still be some sunshine.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Hello? Oh, yes. Hello, Bart. Yes, the plans are still on. Look, he's going to be leaving here in about 15 minutes. I'll be walking with him so it's easily identifiable. Yes, I would like a full and complete confidential report on all his activities. Oh, and Bart, while I have you on the phone, I know you normally send your accounts payable to Derek Colby. This time send them to me directly. I'll pass them on to Mr. Colby.
All right, nurse, I've left detailed notes on all my patients for Dr. Bauer and phone numbers where I can be reached in Chicago. Make sure he gets all that the minute he comes out of that meeting, all right? Thank you.
Justin! Oh, hi. We were afraid we'd miss you.
Yeah, well, you almost did. I'm off. I've got my suitcases in the car, and I'm driving straight to the airport.
Oh, we'll give Jackie my best. I really hope she and Smith will be coming back to Springfield with you when your vacation's over.
Yeah, I hope so, too. Look, Katie, I left messages and phone numbers where I can be reached in Chicago. I'll either be staying with Laney and Carter or my father-in-law's, and in an emergency, I can be here in a matter of hours.
I hope that doesn't happen. I want you to relax for a change. Enjoy yourself. Forget about the hospital, okay?
Yeah, well, I'll try. Listen, also, I want to thank you for relieving that nurse on 5 who was a little upset with me. I appreciate it. And thank you for tolerating my bad moods.
Sure. Don't thank me. Just get rid of this pressure you're under.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try. Anyway, I'll see you two when I get back. Oh, and I knew I was going to forget something. Look, I jotted down some things for Dr. McIntyre. It's something I didn't have a chance to talk to her about today.
Okay.
Make sure she gets it.
I will.
Okay,
sir.
bye.
Bye-bye. I'm glad we got a chance to see him before he left.
Yeah, he's a good man. I admire him a lot. I guess I better get this over to Sarah. If I'm late, I mean, if she's not in her office, I may be just a few minutes, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I suppose you're still annoyed with me because I dropped over to the boarding house this morning.
No, not at all.
Well, good. Then we can spend at least part of tonight together?
No, like I told you before, I have other plans tonight.
Oh, Tony. Well, I know it can't be Nola because Daddy told me she's going to be staying at the boarding house now that Mr. McCord's in London.
Yeah, listen, I thought we decided out in Chicago that there weren't going to be any strings attached to this relationship. We were both free agents, right?
Uh-huh. We are. I just want to spend as much time with you as I can.
Well, tonight it's impossible.
All right.
Oh, hello. Hi, listen, I'm sorry about class, but things just got too
That's
busy.
all right, Derek. You might have missed class, but you're here. You're still here for your favorite lady.
Really? Uh-huh. Here
Hi.
she is. Hi.
Oh, that reminds me. I just spoke to the Metro D, and he's going to be expecting both of you at the Hideout for the free dinner tonight that Tricia and I want to treat you to.
It's very nice of you.
Oh, thanks. Actually, though, tonight isn't going to work for me.
Oh, Hillary, you told me that any night was fine, and all I had to do was check with Derek.
I know. It's just tonight's not good.
Well, I'm sorry, Vanessa. Is there some other night we could do it when Hillary's, not busy?
Sure. Anytime is fine, actually. It's just that, well, tonight is Tony's night off, too, and so I thought I'd enjoy talking to both of you.
Well, we'll have to take a rain check. So, do you need a ride home?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, Leslie and I'd be happy to drop you.
Thanks, Derek. Sure.
Right. All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Take care, see you.
Bye.
Well, I'm gonna put this stuff away and get out of here.
I'll walk with you.
No, listen, I don't want to hold you up. I gotta take care of a couple things in the office anyways.
You won't be holding me up. I have to change. And that way, at least I'll have the pleasure of your company as far as the parking lot. You know, now I know how Derek felt when he found out that Hillary had other plans for tonight.
Carrie, I wish you'd reconsider and spend a few more days. Carrie, please, you've got to promise me, if you find these old tensions coming back, you've got to readmit yourself again right away.
Sarah, I can't tell you how important it is to me to be at home waiting for Ross when he gets home today. And I'm feeling so much better, Sarah.
Excuse me. Dr. McIntyre? Yes. Yes, I'll be right there. In the meantime, try to find Kelly Nelson. He's familiar with the patient. Right. Carrie, I'll be right back. There's a mild medication that Dr. McChesney and I would like you to take.
Please, I have got to get out of here. I've got to get out of Springfield before it's too late. Freedom is finally mine, and I can't wait. Dr. Mac...
Oh, hi, Carrie. I'm sorry.
Hi, Katie.
I was just looking for Dr. McIntyre.
Ah, yes, well, she just zoomed out on some emergency or other.
Yeah, right.
What's up?
Well, I have a letter from Dr. Marler that I was supposed to give to Dr. McIntyre, and...
Oh, so? Leave it on the desk.
Good idea. I think I will. Yeah. Are we, seeing you tomorrow?
Oh, I hope not. Well, what I mean to say is that I'm supposed to get released this afternoon.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good news.
It is the best news, and I'm feeling so much better, and I am so grateful to everyone for all the help they gave me while I was here.
Well, good. It was our pleasure.
Thanks.
I will, good wishes to you.
Thank you very much. Night, Katie.
Night.
Sorry, Justin, too late. Besides, I don't think Sarah's gonna believe you anyway.
Well, how did you like the tour of Paris?
Oh, like everything else on this trip, I will never forget it.
I was hoping you'd say that. Hey, what's wrong?
I was thinking about that young Englishman we ran into outside the restaurant. He called you by name.
I've never seen him before in my life. He was obviously half drunk and didn't know what he was saying. I have very little patience for that sort of thing.
He seemed harmless enough.
People who lose control because of alcohol or drugs or whatever are people who have very little self-respect. Or people who are trying to run away from something within themselves that they just simply can't deal with.
Well, that may be true, but it doesn't stop us from feeling a little compassion for them.
I have no compassion for people like that. I admire strength. After all, we all have things within ourselves that we'd like to change, but you don't change them by escaping from reality. You change them by setting goals and then following through on them.
You know, the more I know about you and how successful you've been so young without any help from your family, the more I admire you.
You and I are very much alike in that respect, Jennifer. You left home when you were 17. You dealt with many, many hardships, and yet you survived. You didn't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. You are a survivor. And so am I. Look like a tired survivor. Would you like to go back to the hotel?
No. I'd like to stay here and drink in this beautiful view and take back another wonderful memory.
Europe is going to be a very lonely place without you.
I miss you too. But I think it's going to be an important time for us.
Why do you do that?
Because it's going to give us a chance to adjust to being friends when we get home.
Jennifer, we have to have a talk. I was going to wait until we got back to the hotel. But time is slipping away from us, and we can't waste any more time.
I am so glad my father brought you by tonight. I haven't seen you since the day you helped to rescue Alan, and I wanted to thank you again so much.
Please, Hope, no thanks are necessary. Mike asked me to stop by the other evening, but I knew there'd be people here who don't know who I am, so I couldn't afford to take the chance.
Oh.
May I get you a drink?
Oh, thanks. White wine.
Bird, white wine all right for you?
For me, too.
Honey,
Thank you.
Yes, please.
I'll help you.
Please sit down.
Thank you, dear.
I'll go. Listen, there's another reason why I'm really glad that you came by. My father's explained to me why it's necessary for you to work undercover at Spaulding Enterprises. But I'm a little confused because, well, now that Goff is dead and Wayne Jennings, I don't understand why you still have to work there undercover. Could you explain that to me?
Well, let's just say I work for a very thorough boss who insists that every detail be checked out, cataloged, before we can mark a case officially closed.
Well, also, has there been any information on the whereabouts of that money I left in the locker at the airport?
No, nothing yet. But when we do find something out, I'll be able to start looking for whoever has that duplicate key, and therefore find out who's got the money.
Now, I know the assumption is that it was some messenger who worked for Lucian Goff, but if it was he must know that Mr. Goff and Wayne Jennings are dead, so why wouldn't he be spending the money by now?
That's a very good point, Mrs. Bauer. I'm bothered by the same thing. The only thing I can come up with is that perhaps he's afraid to spend it, or maybe he just doesn't have to.
Bert?
Why, thank you, Al.
Welcome, darling.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank
You know, I just remembered something. You said to try to think if Goff had said something up there in that tram, and he did. And I just remember what he said. He said, wait a minute, let me get straight. He said, I have to survive because if I don't, he will end up with all the money, and he's a lousy wrench to begin with.
Oh, ladies, certainly an hour to be arriving. I do apologize.
Hello.
But I had something important that I had to do at the office before I could leave.
Well, we're glad you're here. Can I get you a drink?
Oh, please, any little thing. Yeah, oh, incidentally, I had to go out to the airport on an errand, and I ran into Ross just back from Chicago, and he was going straight to the hospital to check on poor Carrie.
Nobody is ever going to be able to put me in one of these places ever again. When I walk out of that door, it is going to be the end of Mrs. Marlar forever. There's a whole new wonderful life waiting for me out there. And I'll kill anyone who tries to stop me.
This has been the award-winning Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, Marianne Restivo, and Barney's.